Hi Zhida, welcome back to NUS.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I remember it's been like 10 years since I first had you in my torts class. Do tell us a bit more of where you're from and why you applied to NUS.
Okay, so before I applied to NUS, I was actually studying in a polytechnic in Singapore, studying law and management. So it was an obvious choice for me to choose law. At that point in time, it was really between two universities, NUS and SMU, and for me, it was an obvious decision to choose NUS.
And when you're at NUS, you've done remarkably well, and you ended up going to NYU on the Exchange Plus program.
It's an honor to be on the program. It was very different from NUS. Their teaching methodology was quite different. In NYU, it's more of a, anything goes. You have certain talking points and you go into a class never knowing what to expect. So both options will have its pros and cons, but they're just very different systems.
Having 3 years at NUS and 1 year at NYU, how has these 4 years prepared you for life and your legal career?
Actually, that is a very good point, right? Because in NUS, while you have studied certain topics, you then bring it a step further, and perhaps at the right point in time, in the last year, where you are then given free rein of anything you want to talk about, anything you want to think about, and then inculcates a inquisitive way of thinking about things. So while you have the base, you then go on further to ask, what if?
And then you got a first class honors. And what happened after that?
So after I graduated, I got offered a position with the Supreme Court as a Justice's Law Clerk, which I stayed for 2 years. As a Justice's Law Clerk, we basically shadow the judges. We assist them, sit in for hearings, discussions on the merits of both parties' cases.
Tell us a bit of your story post Supreme Court.
After I left the Supreme Court, I decided to join private practice, and I joined one of the Big Four firms. I stayed there for 3 years, doing mainly commercial litigation work.
And then you left, and you're now partner of a firm.
We started a law firm, Helmsman LLC, specializing in shipping and commodity trading. As a boutique firm, which we think there is a demand in the market.
And you also do some part-time teaching at NUS.
Yes, I do. So I co-teach the international legal processes, which focuses on public international law and teaching of the mooting skills.
That's indeed a full life. You've done so much while at NUS and so much after NUS, and we do look forward to having you back at NUS more, and hopefully if someone joins NUS, they can be in your class.
Yes.
So thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you.